Zara sat in the back seat of the taxi, staring quietly through the window as the car rolled past the tall school gate. Before she could even step out, a loud scream suddenly tore through the air. It came from inside the school, a girl's voice, sharp, afraid. A group of students rushed past outside, whispering nervously. "I told you something is wrong in that hostel. It happened again. But I thought they closed that room." Zara stepped out of the taxi, her heart beating fast. What happened again? Which room? Why were the students scared? Zara held her small box close to her chest as she walked through the tall school gate. The sign above her read, "Bright Future Boarding School," but nothing about the place felt bright to her. The wind blew softly, carrying the sound of students laughing somewhere far away. Zara wished she could laugh too, but her stomach was tight. It was her first time in a boarding school, and she didn't know anyone. She kept walking until she reached a long building painted in fading blue. A prefect stood at the door, arms crossed. "You," the prefect said, pointing at her. "New girl, come here." Zara stepped forward carefully. The prefect's eyes looked sharp but not unkind. "What's your name?" she asked. "My name is Zara," she whispered. You are in Hostel 9, the prefect replied. "Room 12. Don't wander around at night." Zara didn't understand the warning, but she nodded quickly. The prefect waved her inside and walked away. The hostel was quiet, too quiet. As Zara entered room 12, she saw empty bunks and beds with folded mosquito nets. She chose the last bunk by the window and placed her box on the floor. She sat down, trying to breathe normally. Maybe it would get better when the other students arrived. A soft knock made her jump. A boy stood at the door, smiling gently. "Are you new?" he asked. "Yes," she replied. "I'm Tunde. I stay in the boys' hostel, but I came to help you. You look lost." Zara relaxed a little. "Thank you. Everything feels strange." "It always does on the first day," Tunde said. "But don't worry, tomorrow will be better." He helped her lift her mattress onto the bunk. They talked a little more, and for the first time since she arrived, Zara felt a small spark of hope. When evening came, the hostel became noisy. As students returned from prep, girls ran into the room, chatting loudly. Some waved at Zara, others only stared. Amara walked in last. She was tall, beautiful, and her eyes were cold. She stopped at Zara's bunk and looked her up and down. "You're the new girl," she said plainly. "I hope you're not the type who cries easily." Zara didn't answer. Something about Amara made her scared. That night, the hostel lights went off at exactly 10 p.m. Everyone settled into their beds, whispering until sleep covered the room. Zara lay quietly, trying to sleep too. Then she heard it, a soft tap, tap, tap. It was coming from her locker. She sat up slowly. Maybe it was the wind. Maybe it was just her imagination. Tap, tap. Her heartbeat became loud in her ears. She covered her head with her blanket and squeezed her eyes shut. The tapping stopped. She slowly peeked out and listened. Silence. Just when she thought she could finally rest, she heard a whisper. A soft, broken whisper that curled around her bed like cold air. Zara. She froze completely. Nobody in the room was awake. Nobody should know her name. Her breath trembled as she whispered back to herself. "It's not real. It's not real." But deep inside, she knew something was wrong with Hostel 9, something that wanted her attention, something that knew she had arrived.